he can immediately follow it up with the with the slicing maelstrom, and then he can just use the W. He doesn't even necessarily have to lightning rush in to apply the marks of the storm. He can just use that to keep himself nice and safe as he goes back around, and he just wants to continue the stun and just keep right-clicking onto people. And it looks like right now they're going to be trying to chase Scar away from his blue buff.
Yeah, it does look like they are going to push him back away from that. They do have a ward down over the wall, so they're knowing here's there. Chaos is going to lightning rush back into lane, throws the Shuriken out onto Mancloud, and Shuriken not doing a huge amount of damage now. And Mancloud just going to... Oh, he does get the stun though. Chaos looking like he wants to aggress onto this. Slicing Maelstrom is going to come out, but Mancloud just going to jump away from it. Culling comes out, takes him very, very low, but Skara not around, can't really follow that as Balls does come back into lane.
Kag's going to have to be careful. Scar is very mobile. He might go for the body slam cask.
And it's always good to see those body slam casks just assassinate someone. Kag's on about half health. Might survive the initial damage. Skara does get stunned out. Takes about a third of his health in damage. The cast go out, separates Balls and Chaos, and they're going in a... Balls going super low, and Tibbers is going to come out. Chaos jumping in there, dealing a lot of damage. Stuns out onto Skara. The Tibbers passive is going to pick up the kill. Balls grabbing that kill, goes to 3 and 2, and they're just going to push towards this turret. Tibbers tanking this turret as he attacks Mancloud, doing actually a lot of damage to Mancloud. Fair amount of damage. He needs to be afraid of a flash engage. Neither of them have their flash up. Never mind me.
Very, very nicely played there. As they take that fight, they didn't even have the slicing maelstrom available to them, and they're going to continue to prioritize taking that blue buff away. They want to deny that to Skara. So Skara he's been having kind of a rough time of it in this game, between the amount of time that they lost trying to chase down and pick up that first blood, and then him not being able to clear out his blue buff camp right away, and then coming back up. And realistically, he's been struggling kind of to find his place in this game. He's been going for the Bruiser Gragas build. We did hear them talk about that a little bit before. He's already got a Kindle Gem up for himself. He's got another Ruby Crystal. So Spirit Visage seems like a very likely opening pickup for him.
Yeah, and when you combine that with his passive, obviously, which is going to give you that health back, it's pretty good pickup. Not going to give him the same AP burst that he might have, as say that Annie does with the triple Dorans, but is going to keep him in that lane a lot longer. And so the question really comes down to, is the sustain coming out from Skara and Mancloud going to be enough to keep themselves in lane longer than Chaos and Balls?
Yeah, I mean, right now, Scar is just going to have to be really tanky. Like, they're going to have to use Scar to create space and allow Mancloud to freely DPS. The Lucian ultimate is going to be pretty huge. The culling is going to have to be used to great effect while he's keeping himself back and safe, because if he gets too far forward here, Balls can stun him up, and something like this can happen.
Yeah, and he's taking a huge amount of damage. Mancloud dropping to about half. Do see Skara coming in there. He does have the cask up, so Chaos and Balls just going to disengage from that. They don't want to be split up. They do want to be able to chain that CC, and if they do get hit by that cask, they're not going to be able to CC it as much as they'd like. So just going to back out there. Mancloud's still hovering around. Really wants that CS, and with Chaos with that blue buff and Balls standing there, Tibbers coming back up now. He's going to back off, and they look like they want to take this turret.
They will be able to take that one down. They've had enough pressure, enough range. Lucian, not the highest range AD carry, so not able to kind of zone them away from that one. And Balls and Chaos, I mean, they're in control of this one right now. They're up 800 gold. They've been having a good time of it. And you have to wonder who's going to end up having the big team fight edge, because it seems at first glance like it's going to go to Balls and Chaos.
Yeah, definitely. That's what it's looking like. I mean, if you just look at the items, the Phage onto Mancloud isn't a BF sword, and it's... I mean, Chaos has almost got that Bloodthirster down. Once he gets that Bloodthirster, he's going to have almost unlimited sustain, only the energy limiting him, but Cannon, not really hugely energy intensive. His Shuriken is fairly cheap. I mean, 60 energy, it is a fair amount, but with Slicing Maelstrom not costing anything, you know, he can sit in that lane for a very long time.
Yeah, AD Cannon particularly is, I mean, his energy, because if you, generally speaking, if you're using enough abilities to actually get your energy low, you're probably landing a stun onto somebody and you'll get the energy refund there. That cast, not going to push him into the tower. Chaos uses the ult, they're going to go in onto Balls.
Yeah, they're just looking like a pretty sloppy teamfight at the moment. Culling comes out, only half of it is hitting Chaos though.